What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Always Something. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about how perfectionism is the enemy of progress. And for those of you guys that don't know what perfectionism is, it's a personality trait characterized by a relentless drive for flawlessness and setting high expectations for yourself that are just impossible. To me, in my life, I felt like perfectionism is just an illusion. And I'm just going to kind of tell you guys and try to help you guys understand that if you're trying to reach for your goals, if you're trying to do something, that it's okay to fail, to set realistic standards for yourself. And just know that there's no perfect time to do anything. Don't wait for Monday to come. Don't wait for the $10,000 camera. Don't wait for the setup. Don't wait. Just get up and go and do it, because there's no perfect time. There's no perfect anything, really. A lot of us tend to set these goals, right? And if it's not perfect and one little mishap, we just stop doing it because, well, I didn't do it the right way, so I'm not going to do it at all. That's wrong. It's okay to fall. It's okay to stumble. It's okay to fail. And it's okay to not be the person that you want to be just yet. So first things first, guys, how many of you guys woke up this morning and first thing you did was go on your phone? You turn the phone off, and by 9 in the morning, you're at your job and the message is still there, right? The phone's off, the phone's put away, but the message is still there all day. Benny bought the house. Jose got the car. I mean, these are just random names, but just these people are going on the lavish vacation that you want to go to, and we feel like empty inside. We feel like we're not doing enough. And I often find myself in the exact same boat. I feel like there's times where I kind of look at other people and I'm like, what am I doing? How come I'm not there? Go to the gym, you look at these people that are jacked. This is my first day at the gym, and I'm like, why don't I look like that yet? And I stopped going to the gym because I just get so discouraged. The word perfectionism. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And I'm here to tell you guys that it's okay to fail. Understand that in this time of failure and falling down, this is exactly when you find out who you are. This is when you're able to just conquer the world. I feel like if you don't fail, there's nothing in winning. I always kind of tell myself that if everybody won, there's no point in winning, right? When people fail, what do? You have some athletes that just stand on the field and watch the other team celebrate the championship. You know why they do that? You know why? Yeah, they're sad. Yeah, they're hurt. But they're embracing the defeat. They're standing in front of the devil and they're embracing the defeat. They're accepting that they lost. But guess what? Start over. But the difference is, this time you have experience. This time you know what you're getting yourself into. There's a whole difference in just starting something new versus starting over and sticking with the same venture and just kind of branching off. Let me give you guys a quick example of my life. I had a podcast channel about maybe 2 years ago. I posted maybe 5 or 6 videos, and then I stopped. Because of this exact word, perfectionism. I felt like it wasn't perfect. I felt like I wasn't doing enough. So that's why doing this page, I'm not focused on being perfect anymore. I'm focused on just getting the content that I want to get out there. I'm setting realistic expectations for myself. And by setting realistic expectations, it helps me to understand myself a little bit more and kind of slow down. and just understand that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, my friends. It's about every video I post, every it's setting up the production, it's jotting down my ideas, it's figuring out what to say. I used to think I'm not saying enough, I'm not doing enough, that I'm doing it all wrong, comparing myself to other people, and I realized that it's not about that. It's just about being you and being genuine. And whatever you're trying to do in your situation, just do it. Thanks, Nike. But again, guys, there's always going to be that something that is stopping you. And that's why I took the name Always Something, because regardless of what it is, I'll give you another example in my life. I keep telling myself that I want to stop drinking, right? All right, Jake, this week we're going to start. We're going to hit it. But then I have that thought that just takes over, and I just start to spiral into this effect of, okay, well, this week I'm going to be at this place and they're going to be drinking. And then we're going to go to the beach this week and we're going to drink at the beach. Then next week, going to Lake Havasu and we're going to drink there. And then the week after, it's the party. And then the week after, graduations. And then the week after, more birthday parties. And I'm like, all right, cool. Then in 3 months, we'll stop drinking. It's not how it works. I need to set on myself on a realistic expectation and a plan. And you have to do some research on whatever you're going to do. Whatever venture you got going on for yourself, whatever it is, do some research. I highly recommend doing some research because there's nothing wrong with that. You think people like me that just want to spread positive information and help other people do the best that they can, you think I just woke up like with all this knowledge? I've slowly been researching into these words and these thoughts that come across my head, and just how to deal with getting better and staying more accountable, and just all these different things. But it's always that word that keeps coming back: perfectionism, or perfect, to be more clear. Perfect. How can I be perfect? Because nobody wants to fail. Again, you are going to fail. Everybody fails, and that is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Embrace it. Appreciate it. Because if you don't hit the bottom, how are you going to know what the top feels like? And lastly, about failure. Don't let one failure be a domino effect to just self-sabotage. Because I've been there. Where one thing doesn't meet your expectations, and you're like, you know what? Done. So whatever you got and you're trying to start, whether it's a business, whether it's a channel, whether it's just content, whether it's working out, whether it's saving money, set a realistic plan and understand that some weeks, some days, you're going to fail over and over. But you need to learn why you're failing. You need to understand yourself. You need to take some accountability in not being perfect. And that's okay, because we all fail. And lastly, do less and not more. What do I mean by that? Is a lot of people, and like I just explained with the whole cutting back on my drinking, is that there's days where I'm like, all right, I'm done. Right? And like I just said, I start spiraling. And I start spiraling, right? And I'm trying to hit this expectation of myself to be perfect and to just actually do what I'm telling myself, right? But then I realize I can't just go from one day yes to the next day no. It's possible. I mean, some people do it. That's crazy. Good job. And that's anything. I'm not just talking about drinking. But whether it's, okay, another example. Going to the gym, right? All the junk food, all the, the snacking, the ice creams, just all that stuff, the soda, the coffee. People wake up the next day, or, it's Saturday, Sunday, so they just start splurging, and they're just boom, 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 boom. Grubbing away, drinking away, right? soda, beer, whatever they can. And then Monday comes and they're like, all right, got my chicken ready, got my meal prep, got the broccoli, got the veggies, got the water gallon, ready to rock and roll, right? Wednesday comes. They're starting to get fatigue, realizing that it's not easy, right? Realizing that, you know what? This is hard. So by Friday, they stop. The weekend comes, back on the same ish, right? Back on it. What you should do, and that I've learned, is take some stuff out. Maybe not stop everything right away, but slowly let your body change. You know, cut back on the food. Yes, I'm a true believer, and you can eat anything and do anything you want as long as it's in moderation. Because your body has those cravings, and when you take it away for even just a few days, your body goes into the shock of like, I need it now. And when you have it, you just, I mean, you take a big intake, right? So just stop trying to be perfect and just be you, be genuine, be yourself. Be that example that your family can look at you and be like, I want to be just like that person. So again, guys, whatever it is, whatever you have going on, set a realistic plan. First things first, set a realistic plan. Secondly, you're going to fail. All right? It's all right. Embrace it. That's life. I failed. Everybody else has failed. It happens. And lastly, do less and not more.